Welcome to the Horizon Podcast. My name is Kyle,
And I'm Josh.
and we want to talk about some stuff going on in the gaming industry, like news, and we got a good topic to talk about. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into the news for you guys this week. And so Take Two recently had their quarterly earnings report, and in that conference call, they mentioned that Rockstar has a few projects in development right now, and that one of them is gonna be revealed soon, and that project is rumored to be Red Dead Redemption 2. And I don't know about you, but Red Dead Redemption was my favorite game of all time. I loved it. I played through it like 3 times and everything. So I just want to know what you think about this, and if you think it's true that's going to be Red Dead 2 or a new IP or Bully 2 or something like that.
Well, obviously it's true because of the leaked map. So that right there is the bullet point, I guess, or however it nails it down, in my opinion. But yeah, I love the game. I'm an open world guy. I love open world stuff. So I mean, it's the first really Western open world game that I'm aware of.
Well, I like that. There was a game called Gun, which I think fed off of that, or which Red Dead Redemption I think was based off of that, because Gun was like done by Neversoft actually, which is dead and gone now. They got sucked into Activision's hole, their Call of Duty hole, the black hole. But yeah, but Gun, I actually liked that a lot. I don't remember a lot of it because I was younger at the time, but I remember playing through it. I don't think I ever beat it, but Red Dead Redemption 2 was the first real like big massive open world game, or not open world game, open world Western game that really people liked. It sold 12 million copies to this date, or well, last checked, it sold 12 million copies. And you mentioned about the map. The map is actually rumored, or not rumored. The map actually takes place before Red Dead Redemption, so people think it's gonna be a prequel.
And I read up on that. Yeah, apparently that's what they are saying. It is going to be a prequel.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that though. I don't know. Who would you be in the prequel? Would you be John Marston in his older days? Would you be someone new? Like, what do you think about this?
Well, I read that quite possibly it's going to be a four. You're going to swap in between 4 people in the story.
So kind of like how Grand Theft Auto 5 did it. And,
yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, that's where they went with that. So
yeah,
maybe
Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of the biggest games. Everybody loves that. Also, I wonder. I want to talk to you about Grand Theft Auto 5. Had the massive online GTA Online now. Do you think if it is a Red Dead 2 or Red Dead Redemption 3 or whatever it's gonna, or Red Dead Redemption 2 or Red Dead 3 or whatever, do you think it's gonna have like a big open world online multiplayer thing? Because Red Dead Redemption had the online stuff, but it really wasn't as deep as Grand Theft Auto 5's is.
I would hope so. I mean, they obviously have the capability of it. They're saying that they already feel like they could evolve the game more, and they just need a new start, and that would be that opportunity, a new title.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just love playing online on Red Dead Redemption, the old one. I mean, it was brilliant. If they can expand on that.
Yeah, like maybe have like the free roaming aspect of it be a little bit more depth, like have a little more depth to it and everything.
Yeah.
But also I want to know, did you ever play the Undead Nightmare DLC, the expansion to it?
I played a little bit. Yeah.
Did you like it or?
I mean, if we're talking about killing zombies, I mean, I think we all love doing that.
Yeah, I think that's a good pastime, I guess. The great American pastime. Screw baseball. No one likes baseball anymore. I'd rather hit a zombie in the head with a bat than a ball. But anyway, so you mentioned Grand Theft Auto 5, or I mentioned it. Someone mentioned it. I don't remember. But so they also announced that Grand Theft Auto 5 actually sold or shipped 65 million copies to this date, which is just insane. Which is why I brought it up, because you think Red Dead Redemption 2 would or Red Dead 3, think it would even come close to that, or?
I don't think it would necessarily come close to that, but I feel like the fan base is big enough to where it would give them a good revenue. I mean, it would be a good revenue generator. I don't think they would hit on that. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is a bigger base of fans.
It's older too.
Yeah, it's
been around longer, but yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5. I just want to talk about that. Let's vent on that for a minute because I really like that game. I played through it all. I beat it. Excuse me, and I was online for a while, and the online community is actually still going strong, but it's kind of late in the game now. So if you try to hop back in, it's kind of like dead and gone. Well, you're dead and gone because you're gonna get screwed over.
Right.
But
yeah, that system. They're neat. I feel like in this. I'm not gonna get all that. I was gonna talk about 6. If there is gonna be 6, that they maybe need to find a way to fix that.
I guarantee there's gonna be a 6 because I mean 65 million copies sold. That's just insane. Yeah. That's like if they would not do that, that'd be stupid. I'm surprised they haven't made single player DLC for it or anything. But the creative director of it actually left not too long ago. What was his name? Leslie Benzies, I think. He left Rockstar North and he's retired. And they're actually having like a little battle right now. Like I think he's suing them or they're suing him, or they're both suing each other. Something's going on. Someone's getting sued in this situation. Either way.
Money.
But, yeah, money calls. And but yeah, so I just want to thank like 65 million copies. I just can't believe that. If you want to.
Yeah, I mean, they delivered on the next gen promise that we heard on, when they announced Xbox One and PlayStation 4, the content just constantly being poured out.
Yeah, like
it's always being updated. I mean, it's not
still
like
to this day.
like Call of Duty where you have to pay for a map pack or anything. They're still doing stuff. I mean, they're adding new characters to within the online story.
Yeah, and didn't they just have a update recently too? Like not too long, like a few weeks ago. I think I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that, but yeah, I think what you said about like it hitting on the next gen promise and everything. This game came out in 2013, same year that next gen consoles were released, but it wasn't on next gen at that time. So I think that it kind of was like a foreshadow for what next gen is going to be.
The potential of it. It's showing the potential. It's this developer is showing us what next gen game needs to do. Next gen gaming needs to do. I mean, you look at where Titanfall fell off. I mean, they had some updates, but they didn't just keep on pouring. They said that they were constantly going to, the creators could update and continuously update and give us new content as much as they wanted.
Yeah.
Years into
the future. But yeah. Titanfall, I really like the game. I don't know about you, but I had a lot of fun with it. It kind of died off after a month, though. Like,
it showed us what. Once again, it showed us what next-gen gaming could be. They introduced AI, and it took away a little within the multiplayer, which took away from possibly having a campaign and be able to do
like a story
screenplay with your friends on the same console. That took away from that, which all the shooters are doing anyway, so it don't really matter.
Yeah.
But the fact that they had the AI within the game allowed Halo to do it too. I mean, there's just the thought process of that game was amazing.
Also, the parkour aspect of it. Every shooter is doing that now. So I don't know, but it definitely. I think it started. And Titanfall 2 comes out, which is rumored to be revealed at E3, or not rumored to be. They said they're going to reveal it at E3. Titanfall 2, Respawn and EA. But if Titanfall 2 can have like a really just like a badass campaign and like great multiplayer, I think it could really like get up there to the level that Call of Duty is.
Right, yeah, they have the potential. I mean, I just really I want to see them deliver because when they announced it with the systems, I was so excited to play it, and then I played it for a little while. I mean, the game's good, but there just wasn't enough.
Didn't feel like it was worth $60, right?
Yeah, it felt like it was just half of a game.
Which a lot of games now are kind of that's what they are next gen. But like Street Fighter 5, I know there's a whole debacle about that not having content, and
I read up on that a little bit. What's going on with that exactly?
So Capcom kind of released it, and it was kind of just like a half-baked game, and they have like a story mode that they released later on for free, but it's like half-baked and wasn't really like a real campaign or anything like that people wanted or anything like that. So actually Capcom announced that they're going to start making full games, releasing full games. Which, I mean, it just kind of blows my mind that a developer's going to say, yeah, we're going to release full games and make sure our games have content and everything. But I think, like, Dead Rising 3, it was a launch game. Titanfall wasn't a launch game, but, Dead Rising 3 was and everything. But I think that game, people gave it a lot of crap because it didn't look good. And it was a next-gen game, but it didn't look good. But the amount of zombies on the screen and everything, it's just like
I remember seeing that on E3. That blew my mind. I didn't know how they did that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I think, you had Rise, which was the beautiful game. It wasn't deep or anything. I liked the story of it. I actually really liked Rise, but the gameplay was repetitive and everything, right? But Dead Rising 3, I think, delivered on just like not a scope because like it wasn't really big, but like the amount of stuff they have on screen going on at once, I think, just like blew my mind, and kind of like foreshadowed what next gen could be too, but in a different way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily beautiful, but like just
the possibilities
of what it could do. Yeah, and well, speaking of zombies and everything, Dying Light and Dead Island developer Techland just announced that they have 2 projects in the works, and one of them is rumored to be Dying Light 2. I don't know if you played Dying Light at all, or
I actually haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of footage on YouTube of people just parkouring like crazy.
Yeah. I played a little bit of it, never finished it all the way, but that game, I think it had potential to be, like, speaking of Titanfall and everything, like, the parkour and everything, that's another thing. But the parkour was really fun, and it had an aspect of it that I really really liked. It's kind of like where once it gets dark and everything, the monsters just go like crazy and like just get really really hard. I think if some more games would do that, it'd be like really really cool. But that's really the only thing I liked about it. I mean, it was alright. It's a fun game. Didn't beat it. The parkour was fun. Gameplay was kind of repetitive. It had a lot of fetch quests and everything.
Right.
Kind of the opposite of GTA. You know, GTA has a lot of or not a lot of fetch quests. They have a lot of like variety in the missions.
Right.
But yeah, not Techland, but Dying Light really didn't have that. You what about Dead Island?
Dead Island, RPG zombie killer. You know, it's a grindy game, but if that's if that's what you like, I mean, that's a good game to play if you want to put the time into it. It just depends if you want to put time. I mean, I loved what they did. You know, all the different weapons, the baseball bats, and you could just use so many things in that game. That's what was fun with it for me.
Yeah. Well, Dying Light was the same way too. Like they had like a lot of like as the mic almost falls over, but excuse me. It had a lot of like weapon variety and everything. Like you could do a lot of stuff like upgrade your weapons. It was like it kind of took like the RPG aspect of Dead Island and kind of just like ramped it way up. It made it like it was like really deep. Well, not necessarily deep, but like it had a good like tree. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like you upgrade your weapons. Also, there's a really cool Easter egg where you can go down a pipe on one of the roofs, and it's like Mario. You go down this little thing, and like it's first person Mario. Like there's like mushrooms and stuff you jump on, or is it little zombies? It's like little zombies or something like that. But it was really cool. I liked it a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to talk about that. But so I know you're a big fan of Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid the franchise. So the creator Hideo Kojima announced that his next game will be using a third-party engine, and that it's going to be big. Not necessarily as big as Metal Gear Solid, but it's going to be a big game.
All right, so as Kyle said, I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. I love the series. The thing that when the first game I played was Metal Gear Solid 1, and it was a demo, and I'd play that for hours, and it was only maybe like a 10-minute clip of gameplay, literally. Just the stealth aspect, and I don't know, just the gameplay was amazing. But what I really hope he gets back to on this game is the cinematics. In Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, he said that people don't like the cinematics as much. Metal Gear Solid Sons of Liberty Solid 2, the last part of the game was about 45 minutes long of cinematics.
Man.
It's like a movie. And he's saying fans don't like that. The hardcore fans loved it. So I hope he gets back to that.
Yeah, so you kind of want him to like stray away from like what the main audience, the wide scope, or what would you call it?
The casual fans.
Casual fans.
I want him to get back to his roots. He was really good at giving that cinematic feel for a game.
Yeah. Also, it's going to be, he said it's going to be an action game, a AAA action game, so
he could throw a lot of cinematics into that.
Yeah. And I don't know about you. Obviously you love Metal Gear, but I couldn't really get into Metal Gear Solid 5 as much. I like Phantom Pain, but I think that was because it was a smaller game, you know.
Right.
Not smaller game, but like a smaller little like region to go through and everything,
right.
More stealthy and all that, or you can go in guns blazing or whatever. I like that, but Metal Gear Solid 5, it was just
got
too
repetitive.
big. Too big for me, and just like, you know, all those other games got repetitive. So.
But the whole idea of building up Mother Base and stuff was kind of interesting.
I did like that aspect of it.
The online was okay. I mean, he did it with Peace Walker. I mean, I really hope he gets back into it and he just puts his foot down and says, "I'm giving it all out." Because I know he fell out with it because he couldn't Konami because he couldn't do what he wanted to with the game. He didn't get to put all his stuff into it. So I can't wait for him to put out.
Now he's aligning up with PlayStation. It's going to be a PlayStation 4 exclusive, but he said it's also going to be coming to PC. So it's kind of like how a lot of Xbox games are. You know, they go to both Xbox One and PC and all that.
Right.
So it's going to be going with PlayStation and everything. But now, did you think that the Metal Gear Online was an improvement over what you said? Was it Phantom Pain or
Peace Walker?
Peace Walker. Do you think it was an improvement or?
Well, see, I got the remastered edition, so I actually didn't really play the online play. But from what I've heard, it was an improvement to the effect of it really couldn't compete with Call of Duty, but it was kind of more closer to what that was. You could actually have more fun with it. No, the Metal Gear Online. Oh. The Peace Walker, it was an improvement over Peace Walker.
Oh, okay.
Online play.
Yeah. Well, you know, as third person shooters go and everything. Well, it's not really a third person shooter; it's a third person action game, which I was expecting whenever I was going into it because like I've never played any Metal Gear Solid games before, so whenever I played Phantom Pain, it kind of reminded me a bit of like Splinter Cell, where it's like more close quarters and all that. Well, not really close quarters, open, but like in a small area.
Right.
And you can kind of just go through and do whatever. But yeah, once I got into Metal Gear Solid 5, I just couldn't really get into it. But yeah, so I hope that this game comes out. I probably won't see it for like another 2 years or something because if he's just now getting an engine and all that set up, just now starting development. He's just now starting a studio and everything too. So I don't know how big the studio is going to be, but yeah, we'll see what happens. It might be good. You're probably going to play it. I mean,
I'll give it a shot. I'm hoping he figures it and gets it going to producing games because I just like what he did with Metal Gear Solid, and that's the only game I really played that he made. But
did you ever try the PT, the playable demo or whatever, or playable tech demo or whatever it was called, where it's for Silent Hills? He was making a Silent Hills game.
I heard about him that he was supposed to be making that, but I actually didn't get to do the.
Yeah, the demo got took down. They canceled the project and everything because Konami fell out with him.
Right.
But
and it's gonna be kind of sad that Konami's gonna take that over.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do anything with it, sadly, because well, I think they announced that they're looking for someone to make a Metal Gear game again, but I just don't think it's probably not gonna be the same. I mean,
no. They tried it with Metal Gear Solid Revisions, or was it just Revengeance? And that's when he came back. Because he took a break. He said he was done with Metal Gear.
Yeah.
And then they made that. He helped them a little bit.
Didn't Platinum make that game? The people that's
I think that was Platinum. Yeah.
Yeah. It was more of just an action game, straight up like action.
It was a hack and slash.
Hack and slash. Yeah. But Platinum's actually working on Scalebound right now, which I can't wait to see at E3. I hope it's at E3.
That looks like an interesting game. I would actually think about buying that. I haven't really bought a next-gen game in a while because I just been butthurt. I'll be straight up butthurt. Division, it's repetitive.
I couldn't get into that either. My friends was all trying to get me into that, and I was just like, just not really. Destiny I could kind of get into a little bit and play, but it was just that, again, that was repetitive. That was
grindy, extremely grindy.
Yeah, Destiny's the definition of grindy and repetitive. Yeah. But a lot of people love those games, apparently, so to each their own, I guess.
Used to. I just don't have the life. I don't have time anymore. I got a life. You know?
Yeah, I feel you. But so that's all of the news we have to talk about right now, so let's go ahead and get into our topic of the show, which this big debate going on, actually, right now on the internet is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare versus Battlefield 1. So future shooter versus old school World War I shooter and everything. So I want to get your opinion on what you thought about
old school. Let Call of Duty's trying to become Halo?
Oh man, that's exactly what I was thinking about in the trailer too. Like not at the beginning just looked kind of like Ghost again.
Right, but the part that actually the only part of the trailer that got me excited for Call of Duty was the possibility of space warfare, like the ships and stuff.
Yeah.
What they can do with that. I thought Star Wars would hit more on that maybe, but they
didn't do that at all.
They didn't do that at all.
You can get into it, but like you couldn't do that.
And Halo don't even really. I mean, you have a couple pieces in the campaign where you'll do it, but online no. So maybe Call of Duty will actually do something online with that.
Kind of like go like how Battlefield was. Like how Battlefield's a lot of like air combat.
Aerial combat, yeah, and they brought back the old school planes, which everybody's excited about.
That looks really cool.
Crimson Skies, that was a big time plane
Xbox
game. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna lean more towards the Battlefield 1, just to see, because I'm more curious really than anything, because I want to see how they're gonna do it. Because World War I was trench warfare. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you've seen the. I would love to be right there, just whacking somebody with a.
There's also there looked a lot of action, going on too. Especially when the plane goes into that tower and crashes in there.
Oh yeah, and that's what Battlefield gets you on, just the map just being demolished, and they're supposed to apparently be going back to a little bit of Bad Company, to where you can demolish more.
Speaking of which, that's my favorite game, or my favorite Battlefield game is Bad Company 2. I like 2 better than 1.
Your brother introduced me to that game, and I didn't even care about killing people. I was just destroying buildings at the time. So I mean.
But
it's all personal preference. If you prefer simulation versus arcade, it depends how much time you want to put into the game. Battlefield it's going to take longer to finish the match. Call of Duty you can finish quickly, so it's.
So do you think Battlefield has a chance to get up to the level of Call of Duty? That's something that EA's been chasing for forever.
They can never catch up with the Call of Duty sales. This might be the year because Call of Duty is straying away from what made them great.
Yeah, just the straight up shooter, like going around, like fast pace and everything. Well, now they're taking fast pace, but they're going way too far with it.
I mean, once again, like I said, it seems like a Halo copy in a way. They got these suits on, they're futuristic weapons way too far in the future, and
Whenever this was rumored and everything, they mentioned it being in the space and like taking place in space. I was like, oh man, I really just want them. World at War and Call of Duty 2 and all that. I love those ones. Those
World
are my
at
favorite
War
ones.
I loved, and now Modern Warfare was nice too, which is apparently possibly being remastered with this game, right?
Yeah, well, it's weird. Like, I'm pretty sure you have to buy a certain I think it's $110 like special edition just to get it, and you may have to have the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare disc to play it.
Right. And I think that might be where they get their sales from, because that still has a fan base. The Modern Warfare game, everybody loved that game. That's where just like they struck gold with that, and like you said, World at War.
Yeah, I think once like not Battlefield, but Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I think that was the last one where I really played through it, and but again, it went into the future.
I bought Black Ops 3 and I freaking hated it.
Oh yeah, like Black Ops 3.
I spent like 5 minutes with it, and I'm like.
Yeah, like my brother, he's always been a big Call of Duty fan and everything, right? But this last one, Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare and Ghost and everything, he stopped playing them. Like, he fell off on them. So that's how I know. He was one of the biggest, like, Call of Duty fans. Like, he'd play it all the time.
Yeah, I used to, and just playing with him, me and him all the time, and now we're both just burnt out on it. It's like, really?
I feel you. It's the same way, like, I haven't really been, like, Call of Duty World at War was the last Call of Duty that I was really into it. Right. You know, like, it had, like, I met so many friends, too, by the way, like, online Xbox friends from that. But I was younger at the time, too, so a lot of people hated me.
I got introduced into that game late, but I made memories with it, getting introduced to it late. Yeah. That's the one where I got introduced to Call of Duty. I mean, then I played the second one and the first one because of playing World at War. Yeah.
And also, World at War was the first one with Call of Duty Zombies. Which is now is like a mainstay for all the Call of Duty games now, apparently.
Yeah, that right there gives them their sales too. Also, that's why the comparison and the competition is like, well, Call of Duty has all this, Battlefield's this. Call of Duty does do a good job at expanding the game to give you more than one mode.
And the mechanics in Call of Duty, you got to give it credit where credit is due. It's solid shooter and everything.
Yeah, it's a very twitchy, fast-paced game where you aim, you boom.
Exactly.
But Battlefield is talking about possibly making it more skill-based again, to where it's not all auto aim because you're using World War, first World.
World War One.
World War One guns. So there's not no auto aim. They're not going to be doing all that anymore. You're not going to have these futuristic weapons that give you assist. It's going to be skill based. So getting a headshot with a sniper 50 feet away is going to feel rewarding.
Yeah, kind of like. Well, you know what reminded me also? Were those things called Zeppelins, the big blimp-looking things?
I don't know, but I remember seeing the blimp and that you're just looking up and it's like huge. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that looked really cool. It also reminded me of a game called Saboteur. I don't know if you ever played it. It took place in, I don't remember what the storyline was. It was a while ago. I think it was 2011, maybe.
I don't think I played it. I heard that.
It took place
title.
in Paris, I think.
Heard that title though. Title.
Yeah,
I heard it.
I think I remember liking that. I'm not 100% though. It's vague memory of it. But I'm pretty sure it was a cool game. But I don't know. That just reminded that, like, bring back a little bit of nostalgia. But yeah. So overall, I think Battlefield 1. I don't really like the name. I don't know.
It's Xbox One, Battlefield 1.
Battlefield has a confusing like timeline. They went from Battlefield 1942. Then they went on to I don't even know if there was a Battlefield 2.
I don't even know the titles, man. There's just they went back and forth with so many different things.
Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 was the first ones I think was like chronologically in order.
Right.
But actually they weren't even the third or fourth one though. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I think Battlefield 1 is gonna be the one that I'm gonna go to first and try it out and. Hopefully I like it. Hopefully it works good.
It's gonna get my money. Call of Duty probably won't get my money this time. But once again, the people, the core, Call of Duty's probably going to end up winning it. But Battlefield will probably be the more exceptional game.
Yeah. So do you think, speaking of Call of Duty, just real quick, I just want to, do you think they're going to stay with Sony again this time, like with their marketing and promotional and DLC? Or do you think they're going to go back to Microsoft with Xbox?
And they'll probably end up staying with PlayStation. I mean, Sony's, making more sales. You've seen the numbers.
40 million.
They're kicking Microsoft's ass. Excuse the language. Just kidding. We're all adults here, guys. Maybe not.
But I don't know. It don't really matter. I don't think it affected anybody's enjoyment of the game or disliking of the game or whatever. But
I mean, early content's cool and everything, but
I hate it. I don't think no game should have like exclusive content on a certain platform. Like Tomb Raider got a lot of crap for being a main exclusive or timed exclusive with Xbox One, but I think it's different because that's a full game. Well, actually, no, that's probably more worse because people are not having to wait for a full game instead of just like waiting a month for a little DLC map or something stupid, some skin or something like that. But PlayStation's trying to get the shooter market. I think the first-person shooter market. They got all the Destiny crap and now the Call of Duty, and but it looks like Battlefield from the trailer is aligning with Xbox One because it had the Xbox little outro thing at the end of it.
A person can only hope, I mean, I got an Xbox One. I don't got a PlayStation 4.
So you just...
I don't really care about the... It don't really matter to me, honestly. Yeah. I mean, it's cool and everything, but...
Alright, well, so I think we're going to end it here. I just want to thank all you guys for listening. If anyone listens to this, I'm not sure, but, hopefully you do. Hopefully you enjoy it, and, give us some feedback and everything, but be gentle. We are new at this. This is our first podcast ever.
And we're going to try to be personable, We're not... If we have... Like right now, I'm pausing.
But
it's character, I'm in character.
He does that off the mic too. Don't worry.
Yeah. I can't even think half the time. I've had too many concussions. Slamming my head in the ground playing football, guys. So.
Yeah. But some stuff you want to look forward to if you're listening to this the audio format only on SoundCloud or whatever we decide to put this up. Go ahead and check out our YouTube channel, Horizon Entertainment. We're gonna hopefully post some cool stuff there, like some gameplay and stuff, some playthrough. Oh, not full playthroughs. We'll do some let's plays of a game. We might do a full playthrough here and there or something like that. But some cool videos that we want to do. Some interviews, hopefully in the future. Further down, that'd be really cool to get some people from the industry on here and ask them questions and everything. And also the quality of the mic will get better. I promise. If this is not up to snuff or whatever, but we have a new mic coming in. So. Isn't that like dip or something? I don't know. But anyway, we're going off track, so we should end it here. So thanks for listening or watching or whatever. And my name is Kyle.
And I'm Joe.